What's poppin', ladies and gentlethems? I'm Xavier of the Black Creatures, and this is Thirsty Thursday, a show where Jade and I talk about art, music, movies, and anything else that's got us thirsty this week. Video games have come quite a long way in pretty much every avenue, from arcade machines all the way to we have VR now, we have VR experiences in which you can pretty much do anything. But I don't want to talk about the gameplay mechanics from an arcade booth's joysticks to whatever those hand wavy things that everyone's been doing with Oculus Rift. There's just there's just something about being able to play a video game purely for entertainment value of moving your hands and getting that little serotonin boost, and also discovering under that layer of gameplay that there is so much art to enjoy as just art. And granted, it's very much engaging in the gameplay aspect. It's just as engaging visually and audibly. Orally, Aurally. That's a word, means sound. There's just so much in video games to consume, and not just from a gameplay aspect. There are art directors and artists and animators that do so many things, so many little things just to improve our quality of experience. And I have so much to say about the quality of experience regarding the music. From Super Mario World, there's a track that plays as you progress, go right to get to the end goal. And upon hopping on a Yoshi, a new instrument is added of percussion just because you're on a Yoshi, and the song seamlessly transitions to that version with the Yoshi percussion. And that's just a cool little tidbit of music gameplay interaction. And that's super well and good and great and amazing, fantastic, never before seen, indescribable. And then there's complete orchestration or arrangements for jazz performances within video game music that is never exactly necessary, but totally done just for our consumption, our entertainment, our engagement. And that layer is so worthwhile for me personally. I can listen to and enjoy these pieces, these tracks outside of the game and get just as much from them because how much weight they carry on their own already, and how much they add to the game certainly helps, but is unnecessary. From Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, there is a character named Rouge who has all her levels are about stealing something. All of the music in Rouge's levels are done by Tabitha Fair, and they are incredible. I wish I could find more of her music, but I haven't been able to search for it. If you find Tabitha Fair on anywhere, on anything, please, please, please send me a message somewhere so I can find and listen to her. All of the music in Rouge's levels is amazing. There's not any time that I ever feel like I need to turn it off. Granted, all of the music in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is amazing on its own anyway. Rolling around at the speed of sound, yes, turn that shit up. But I digress. My favorite music in that game has to definitely be all the songs on Rouge's levels. Bayonetta 1 and 2 feature quite a lot of jazz and jazz fusion songs, which, hold on, they blow my motherfucking mind. They're just so good. They have this phrase that's like da 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 da. I don't know. It's like that little thing. You hear it and you go, "Ooh, I like that." And then 2 minutes later, they do it again, but like it's different a little, and you're like, "Ooh, that's crispy." It's like that picture of those white guys just going nuts over this saxophone solo. That's what it feels like. I'm a bloop. No, wait. Bloop. There we go. That feeling. That's what Bayonetta music makes me feel like. They even have like some slower songs because the game is very fast paced, but there are menus and shops that happen in between the fast pacedness. And there's just some slow songs that have like these great bass riffs, these cool Moog synthesizer like chord progressions and melodies, and it's just like Bayonetta 1 and 2 is a totally worthwhile game to buy and play, if not for the gameplay, for the music exclusively. I would say definitely worth the $70 to $80 for both games just to hear the music. Like that's how good it is. And I'm noticing, interestingly enough, that both of these characters, represent sensuality in their games and have jazz and jazz fusion songs related to them. And I'm like wondering if that's a thing for Japan. Like jazz is the sexy genre of music. In reality, jazz is functionally the sexy genre of music, but I digress. A game I've never ever played, Persona 5, apparently has great and excellent music in it as well. I only know this because in making the playlist to listen to some video game jazz, uh Persona 5 music was recommended to me. It kind of just happened while I was driving and I was like, "Ooh, what's this?" And when I finally came into a stop and got out of my car and looked to see what was playing, it was like Persona 5 Behind the Mask and I was like,
I've never played this game, but I just might because this music is
delicious, delicious. Yeah, Persona 5's music was so good. I'm compelled to check out that series, if not just that game. I've talked about Metal Gear Solid 5 before because it has an amazing vocal soundtrack that's available on Spotify, and I did a Thirsty Thursday on it because it's that good. But I'm talking about it again because I'm talking about video game jazz, and it has jazz in it. I've never played it and I definitely want to just for the music, but I know I suck at stealth games because I think I had a Metal Gear Solid game back when I was like 14. And I kept doing this capture the escaped monkeys mission and I continue to lose. And if I can't capture some monkeys with stealth, I certainly can't break into an enemy government secret military base to snap some necks and get some information. I mean, humans are quite a lot more vigilant with their guns, cameras, laser detectors, and what have you. Monkeys are just monkeys, and I can't even catch those. So, but the jazz almost makes me want to play it. That's for gosh darn sure. Oh my god, it is. It is the sexy genre of music because Metal Gear Solid has a ton of jazz songs that are really, really fucking great. If you've ever seen Solid Snake, you would notice that he has quite a solid ass. Moving on. I guess the point of all this rambling is that jazz in video games did not have to go as hard as it did. And that's just so wild. It's just video game music. Like, if you think about it, going back to when Nintendo came out with Super Mario Brothers, and it was a very simple melodic phrase that everybody recognizes. Say it with me: da 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 da. Everybody knows that phrase. And while at the time of it, starting, that game being a thing for people, no one knew that video game music would evolve to where it is today. I don't know where I was going with that. Oh yeah, video games don't have to go as hard as they do in regards to music, but they definitely do, and it really helps the ambiance and gameplay. Anyway, be sure to check out the Spotify playlist that I made specifically for this video down in the links below. You can also check out links to find and follow us all over Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Spotify. Oh, and we have our own little website. You can order our CD, Wild Echoes, right there. And also maybe check out tickets for a show we might be doing. I don't know. Whenever you're watching this, there might not be a show. Worth looking, right? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell to quench that thirst every Thursday. I'm Xavier of the Black Creatures. See you next week.